We all struggle with feeling like there's not enough time in the day to be productive personally or professionally. We all struggle to make our time matter. It's time to take control. It's time to start investing in the corporation of you. At Athena, they've helped over 700 ambitious professionals achieve more by connecting them with best-in-class, globally remote executive assistants. Athena executive assistants go beyond basic administration tasks. They help you make time matter through the art of delegation. They believe delegation is the superpower of all highly successful people, and your personal EA will help you get there. Your EA is a one-on-one long-term partner to help you achieve your personal and professional goals. Take back your time. Join the waitlist at athenago.com. That's athenago.com.
I mean, no one plans to get sick, and yet, here we are. My name is Matthew Zachary. I survived cancer, a stroke, and COVID-19, and somehow I'm still here. I also survived our stupid, broken healthcare system, and I want to help you survive it too. So let's go make healthcare suck less together. Because you know what? We're all out of patience. Hey, that's the name of the show. Alrighty, friends, a special bonus episode for you today on Out of Patience. This is Matthew Zachary, and I'm going to be welcoming an old school friend of mine, Hallie Tecco. You may know that name if you're a subscriber. She was on the show in January of 2021, episode 80. Healthcare optimist Hallie Tecco. She's been in the field for a long time, mover shaker, investor, philanthropist, does some extraordinary stuff. I've known her for many, many years, and she came to me and said, I want to start a podcast. I said, don't start a podcast. And yet, here we are, because you know what? Her voice is extraordinary. Her network is extraordinary. She's convened some of the most incredible people for interviews that you'll be hearing on her brand new podcast, The Heart of Healthcare, which we are discussing right now. Hallie Tecco, welcome back to Out of Patience. You're here for a very special reason, and I'm just so thrilled to tell my listeners that, man, did I write a really scathing article on LinkedIn called Don't Start a Podcast, which you read and you responded to really, really well. And now we're launching your podcast.
We are. I'm so excited.
The Heart of Healthcare podcast will debut this month on the Out of Patience podcast network. We are so thrilled. And I got to tell you, I feel like this is karma. In Yiddish, we say bashared. You've been aggregating so much in your career for so many years. You know so many people and have so many stories to tell. We've been pulling back the slingshot, and here we go.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for inviting me into the OffScrip Media family. Without you guys, this would not be possible. So, thanks in advance. I'm so excited to share this podcast with the world.
So one of the first questions I asked in that survey was, does anyone care what you have to say? And I said yes. I mean, my opinion is yes, but clearly the answer is yes. I want to just talk about the ethos of the show. How is this different? What is your goal? What do you want listeners to experience and take away from the amazing conversations you've set up?
Well, I've been in healthcare for my whole career now. And the best part about working in healthcare is the people. And they really are what keeps me going and inspired throughout my work. People like you, physicians, public health experts that just really inspire me every day with how they're moving the needle to impact patient care. And so what the heart of healthcare is getting to the heart and interviewing people that are working on real problems on the ground. And what's, I think, unique about it is that we're taking a wider lens than what you would think of traditional healthcare. And we're looking really at the social determinants of health. So everything that impacts health, which includes climate change, housing, food access. And so it's a healthcare podcast, but I think it's going to be a little different from the traditional healthcare podcast.
No, but there's a cultural component to it as well. I mean, everything in healthcare is like triage and Band-Aids, and what caused the wound in the first place excites me. That's the gist of what I took away from your vision.
Yeah, I mean, we have an amazing lineup of guests that really come from all corners of healthcare and really have experience working on problems that you might not even know exist.
So let's go through, let's say, I looked at the list. These are extraordinary human beings. I didn't know many of them. And I was like, wow, some really incredible people. Yeah. Who are you most excited to have spoken to or will be speaking to for this particular season?
Okay, I can't play favorites.
Pick your favorite child.
We've recorded 7 episodes, and the producer Bree and I, every time we get off a recording, we are like, oh my gosh, how are we finding these amazing people? Each of them is impressive in their own way. This morning, I interviewed the first Black woman class president at Harvard Medical School, and she talked to us about some of the gaps in the curriculum that lead to systemic issues, racism issues within medical care, and how we can better train the next generation of doctors to be more thoughtful in their practice. So excited about that episode. That's going to be a while because we have a couple of others to launch before then. But the people that we're interviewing are so interesting and really come from every angle and every perspective. So it's I can't play favorites, but I'll say our first guest, the first episode that we'll be launching, is a woman named Catherine Coleman Flowers. I learned about her through her book. She is the Erin Brockovich of sewage, and she discovered hookworm in the United States due to poor septic systems in the rural South. And she tells an incredible story in her book and on my podcast about discovering this issue of crumbling infrastructure and lack of resources. In fact, people who are penalized for having malfunctioning sewage systems that were improperly set up for them. And she's tackling criminal justice issue that is unfair to poor rural community members, and also the health issues that come from having mismanaged sewage treatment systems.
I mean, you had me at the Erin Brockovich of sewage, but to the listeners, I heard this episode. I heard this pre-production episode. It is astonishing. It's so captivating. Yeah. And I'm not just like, it's my company, it's my network. It's really, really good. I really mean it. And
you're only a little biased.
But I'm biased for the right reason. Like, we're a purpose-driven company. We're here to actually, there's nice to haves and need to haves in media. That's perfectly fine. But, this isn't like a serial crime drama. This is real shit that's happening. And God, just say it again. The Erin Brockovich of sewage. You cannot build a better show than that kind of interview. Maybe you can. You probably did.
Yeah. It's all about the guest. It's not too hard. My job's not too hard. I just have to find people that I think are interesting, vet them, listen to them, and ask good questions. But they really do the work.
I'm just, again, super thrilled to announce to my listeners that we are launching our first new original show on the OffScrip Media Network since we launched in September of 2019. That's pretty crazy that we launched in September of 2019. And here it is, the Heart of Healthcare podcast with my amazing, incredible, long-term, literal BFF in healthcare, Hallie Tecco. Where can people learn more about you, per se?
Thank you. So I'm on Twitter, Hallie Tecco. I'm on Instagram, Hallie Tecco. I'm on LinkedIn. So join me there. I'm happy to take any suggestions for other episodes that might be a fit for our podcast. And thank you again for inviting me to be part of the OffScrip Media family. I am so excited to launch this, and I really hope that everyone listens in and provides some feedback to make this a really good show.
All right, listeners, now it's up to you. Subscribe to the Heart of Healthcare podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks for listening to this particular bonus, fabulous Hallie Tecco episode of Out of Patience.
That's all for today, folks. If you like today's show, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, follow us on social, and tell all your friends to listen. Out of Patience with Matthew Zachary is a product of OffScrip Media. Our executive producer is Matthew Zachary. Our senior producers are Brianna Seeley, Jen Oranger, and Andrew McDowell. It is mixed and edited by Brianna Seeley. Our theme music is by the Mike Van Allen Quintet and by Mara. For advertising and media inquiries, email media@offscrip.com. Hit us up at contact@offscrip.com to share comments, feedback, and make recommendations. For more information, visit offscrip.com.